Welcome to All Caps.
Yeah.
Congratulations to your 2021 NBA champion, the Milwaukee Bucks. They win their first championship since 1971. A big 50 years. Giannis does it, the most likable superstar that I think anyone can remember. It's very difficult to hate him. Some people manage to do it, but people are working very hard at that. But he's just like the most likable guy. And it's a likable team that overcame a lot of obstacles, some of them self-imposed. And it's just like a wonderful thing for the city of Milwaukee, the state of Wisconsin, the 60,000 plus people holding their piss and shit in the Deer District. Congrats to them. And now 50 finals thoughts for Giannis's 50 points and 50 Chick-Fil-A nuggets. Number one, those stats. Giannis's final stat line. 50 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 blocks. And each of those blocks was, we need someone to block this shot. And Giannis did it. Like, they were big boy blocks. And as Giannis would later say, this picture here, he pooped. It does look like he's straining too hard to poop. Don't strain this hard. Put your legs up if you need to and just let it happen. There's been a lot of talk about how Giannis is playing like Shaq, but if Shaq could handle the ball and also pass and also take the ball up and also could like score on the break with a variety of like Euro step moves. I think one way that he is definitely like Shaq is that now he's hitting, in Shaq's words, hitting the free throws when it matters. Shaq famously couldn't hit his free throws. He would get criticized for it, but Shaq would always say, I make them when it counts. And Giannis did do that. He made them when it counts, especially in the warm and welcoming confines of Milwaukee, where it's like the entire crowd was just like rubbing his shoulders and being like, you got this. You can hit this shot. We're not gonna count. We're gonna just take it super slow. Whenever you're ready to shoot it, you can shoot it. And he hit 17 of 19 in game 6. Amazing. Let's give it up for just open displays of emotion from guys. Guys, we need to do this more. You need to let it out more. You're feeling sad. You're feeling depressed. You're feeling elated. And that is manifesting as tears. Just let it out. Just fucking cry, man. This is good. And I'm glad Giannis is letting us see this. Look at this. This is fantastic. 2014, The Promise. Here is Giannis saying, I'll never leave the team and the city of Milwaukee till we build the team to a championship level team. 6:49 p.m., July 16th, 2014. And now he can leave. Thank you for writing me. Now, Giannis, you can go. No, of course not. One of the coolest parts of this story is what it means for the medium market franchises, and hopefully everybody can stop freaking out because Giannis stayed, they assembled a team around him, and they won the chip. Let's see. Here is the Giannis walk.
I was going to ask a question, and I'm sorry if this is ignorant, but is the song Nuck If You Buck played often when, like, Milwaukee is celebrating?
No. I mean, they do. I think I heard it referenced on the telecast last night, right? Someone referenced it, but no, that's an Atlanta thing. Here is Giannis in full celebratory mode. Fantastic. Where do they get the ski goggles? Do they just have like a box of those ready to go? Like the way when you go to like see a movie in 3D and they have like everything in the box and it's all like theoretically wiped down in a little plastic case. Like, are they just ready to go with those? A Giannis super team. Okay, to the victor, the spoils. You know that Giannis he's heard the criticism, and he finally got to talk about what's been on his mind. He's seen various superstar players around the league join up with each other. He heard James Harden just say that he's just tall and can run fast. And here is his response.
But I could go to a super team and, just do my part and win a championship, still won. But this is the hard way to do it, and this is the way. And we did it.
They're both the hard ways to do it, aren't they? If it was easy, the Nets would have won this year. The Lakers would have won this year. The Clippers would have won this year. The Heat didn't win it in their first season when they put it together. It makes it, like, marginally easier, but it's still, like, really hard, to be fair.
Yeah. And he had the benefit of an organization that was really smart.
That's the other thing. I get why people are annoyed by this, but the super team is, in certain respects, a response to the incompetence of certain teams that draft superstars and or sign superstar players who then become superstars and blossom. And then because they are incompetent or unlucky or some combination of both, are not able to put the pieces around the player. The Bucks were able to put the pieces around Giannis.
I also think it's fair for Giannis to say, like, look, James Harden, like, the Rockets tried to do what the Bucks did for me. They tried to do that for you, and you couldn't get it done. I'm that guy You're not that guy.
I wish he would have said that. Would have been actually really cool if he would have said that. I love like Elijah just saying shit that Giannis didn't say.
I felt like he said it without saying it. I felt like
I mean, he definitely, the without saying it is definitely accurate in this sense, because he definitely did not say James Harden couldn't get it done with the things they put around him. James Harden in particular, you, the beard, could not do it. I did. Giannis is unhateable. Let's, more evidence. Let's go to my guy's IG Live, where he is celebrating with his brother Thanasis.
I tell you more, I'll tell you twice. I really think like it's even tonight.
Shouts to Thanasis for taking one literally for the team and not visiting Giannis when he was in COVID protocol and just letting it ride, man. It sucks that he couldn't be there, but what an experience. Here he is in his G-Wagon buying a 50-piece of Chick-Fil-A in honor of his own 50-point performance.
There's 150,000 people watching you right now.
Really?
Yes. So can I have, please, a 50-piece Mac Minis, 50 exactly.
Okay.
Not 51, not 49, chicken minis, yes, 50.
He should, and then he should pay for 19 chicken tenders, but tell them I only want 17 of them for my 17 of 19 free throws. And then I want 5 drinks taken away from the next 5 people behind me in line. Give me, like, don't let them have their drinks. They pay for them, but they can't have them, and that's for me. Chick-fil-A for life? What is this, complex? This opening angle, that is how my mom FaceTimes me. The top of her face. Okay? Hey, what are you doing?
There we go. Hey, they're not even gonna be. I'm going to Chick-fil-A, fellas.
And ladies.
And ladies. And ladies, obviously.
Thank you!
I'm about to go order the 50-piece McNuggets.
Here's the thing. If Chick-fil-A is going to give Giannis Chick-fil-A for life, he's just going to have to say the correct product name and not McNuggets. Because you know that right now there is a Chick-fil-A executive who is like, this motherfucker. This motherfucker. Get the product name right. One of the coolest things about this series is that some players that maybe people weren't super aware of became household names. Here's Khris Middleton, his road to a championship. He carried them when Giannis was out, provided that fourth quarter clutch time scoring, and was just like a fantastic player. 39th pick in the draft by the Detroit Pistons. Shouts to Detroit for fucking that up. Shouts to Jrue Holiday, another one of those players who's had a great and very solid career as an almost all-star and one of the most devastating defenders in the league. Seemed like he wore Chris Paul and Devin Booker down, like, over the course of this series. They just looked like, get me away from this fucking guy. I don't ever want to see him again. He's swiping at the ball all the fucking time. Some of his steals, the steal he had on Booker, where it was like Booker dribbled past him and really like got his shoulder past Jrue, and then Jrue just kind of like reached back and swiped the ball. Shit was amazing. I love Jrue Holiday. Winning at home is good, isn't it? It just is great when the fans get to experience this.
It's over. The Bucks have done it. The long wait has ended. After a half century, the Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions once again.
Half century is a long time. They last won the title in 1971. The Knicks would win the title in 1972. If it takes you 50 years to win a title, first of all, congratulations. 50 years after winning your previous title to win a title again, that's fantastic. It's great. Then everybody who is associated with like decade 3 on should be put in jail because you have failed in your job to lift a team into contention. Let's look at the Deer District. 65,000 people in the Deer District. I'm not good at estimating crowd size, but let's see. That's a lot. That's a good amount. It doesn't look like 65,000 though. I mean, if you told me this was 30, I'd go, okay, 65 is a tremendous amount of people. I feel like they're juicing the stats here, but like, let's let it go. Congrats to them, and what an experience to be down there. Let's give it up to one of the heroes of the evening, and certainly a hero of the Deer District, the one porta potty that may or may not be for this film crew that is standing on top of this black cube. Wow. There comes a point where only the most severe desperation could drive you to this porta potty. Like if you don't hit that thing in the first 30 minutes, Just forget it, man. Just find a fucking alley somewhere. Shouts to this porta potty for what can only be described as a Joey Chestnut-like, Michael Jordan flu game-like, Jimmy Butler leaning on the fencing, exhausted type performance from this one porta potty. You did it. You helped. Let's talk about what I thought was one of the most unnecessary and egregious flexes I have ever seen. Like, if this happened at like AC Milan or Juventus winning the Scudetto or something, I'd be like, that makes sense. But I had never seen this before. The Larry O'Brien coming out of a Louis V case that looks like something that Draco Malfoy would take to Hogwarts. And I think my favorite part about it was that there's a moment where PJ Tucker saunters over to it to take a closer look, and I'm convinced he's like, yo, can I keep this? What an incredible flex. I loved it. Bucks managed to survive a icy 0 for 4 from the field. Those are all 3-pointers, plus 0 for 2 on free throws. Pat the Rat Connaughton, who also took the wildest, like, heat check based on 0 previous heat. Like, he took, like, a Steph Curry 28.5 footer in the first half that was like, Pat, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Do we like Pat's, like, in-game fashion? Like his all-white compression shorts and all-white socks?
Yeah. I mean, it's not a fashion contest. It's a put the ball in the basket contest. And in that sense, Pat failed, although he's had a good series. Here's Bobby Portis. So there's a moment in the second half where Chris Paul, upset about a call, wants to go talk to his ultimate nemesis, Scott Foster. Scott Foster goes to 13-0 against Chris Paul with this win. And Bobby Portis, like, just blocks him from going over to complain about it. This is Bobby Portis doing Chris Paul a solid. Like, Bobby Portis hooked Chris Paul up here. There's no world in which whatever Chris Paul was going to say to Scott, where it was going to end well. Like, Scott Foster would relish the opportunity to kick Chris Paul out of this fucking game. New detail, Bobby Portis smiling, I think, is the scariest thing I've ever seen. When Bobby Portis is locked in on the court and he's imagining his mom enduring like a tsunami of slap after slap after slap, and his eyes are dilated like to the fullest extent. They look like an ICBM launch tube, and his eyeballs are about to fucking erupt out of his head like fucking Jeff Bezos's dick rocket. That is not as scary as Bobby Portis just like smiling intensely. That is terrifying to me. Here was a fun moment from late in the game, 88-84. Bobby Portis gets a foul called on him after what appeared to be forcing a turnover, then high steps across the court, and Khris Middleton has to be like, dude, chill. I mean, look at him when he's like trying to say, his eyelids actually go up like this and then go back the backside of his head. Bobby Portis, I don't know how his eyeballs stay hydrated because they are exposed to the fucking elements all the time.
For 10 months straight, I was at home just working out. Real depressed, just real down on myself about not being invited to the bubble with my team. Having a chance just to go home and work out and hang out with my mom. I found peace again. I found peace in my life.
Shouts to Bobby's imaginary mom. You can rest tonight. Your long nightmare is over. Go into the light, Bobby's imaginary mom, and enjoy the peace which you have so rightfully earned. More legends talk. What about Bucks legend Brandon Jennings?
What else was I supposed to say? We're gonna lose and we're gonna get swept. I mean, you're supposed to go into the playoffs with confidence. I mean, especially when we were playing Miami Heat, the number 1 team in the East. We definitely had nothing to lose. But yeah, Bucks and 6 always. That's for the culture.
So this is from several years ago, but it has finally come to pass. Bucks and 6 for the culture. Brandon Jennings, Bucks and Knicks legend. Previous to this, Brandon Jennings' enduring legacy in my mind was the time he scored 50 plus in his rookie season and then went on to torch the Knicks in a game, leading Mike D'Antoni to say we should have drafted him instead of Jordan Hill. Jordan Hill, who was on the team for the Knicks at that time. Probably not a great thing for Jordan Hill to hear in that moment that they should have taken Brandon Jennings, but a thing I will never forget. Brandon Jennings, Bucks and 6 for the culture. They did it. Let's talk about one of the enduring and like emblematic details from this finals and this postseason, which is the commercial for M. Night Shyamalan's picture Old coming to a theater near you. A trailer that never fails to make me laugh. I laugh so hard. My favorite part is when the little girl all of a sudden is older and pregnant somehow. Like, when did she get pregnant? Let's just watch like a little bit of this.
What happened to her? The body has decomposed.
How quickly can that happen?
7 years.
But she just died.
Wait, where are the kids?
Who comes with the knowledge of the rate of human decomposition to a beach?
What's happening?
Mom! 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 I'm scared! We have to get off this beach.
People are blacking out going this way.
I would simply leave the beach. What's keeping them on the beach?
The only explanation is that there's like a grandpa or a dad or somebody who carried all the shit and was like, I finally set it down. I put up the umbrella. I'm not fucking leaving for at least 2 hours.
Honey, we're getting old. Every half hour is another year. Our 6-year-old daughter just gave birth.
I don't give a shit. I just carried, you know how heavy this cooler is? Fuck that. I'm having a beer. No.
Just leave. I've waited years to say this, but Coach Bud looks exactly like Paige, the keyboard player from Fish. That's all. Let's remember the blowjob bell.
So, she bought me this too.
Stop putting those little kids on there.
So, guys, you know, the freak.
Stop. What is wrong with you?
He could be a freak on the court and on the shit, you know what I'm saying?
Shouts to Milwaukee Bucks co-owner Wes Edens for just fucking getting so unbelievably lit during this game. My guy was all the way fucking out. He looks like Woody Page's Looper, and Woody Page looks like hammered dog shit like 300% of the time. My guy Wes Edens was 50 drinks and 2 mollies into his fucking game tonight, and he was feeling all of it. My dude's liver was working overtime. And honestly, good for him. You're a billionaire. You've got a wonderful, healthy, and talented family around you, and your sports team just won the NBA championship. Congratulations to Wes Edens. Chris Paul, his team comes up short again. It's not his fault. He's one of the greatest players we've ever seen. It just shows you how hard it is to do it. He's 36 years old. He credits his vegan diet with allowing him to extend his career. It's just sad that like every year, like year after year, there's been a lot of bad luck with like injuries to key teammates at crucial times, but it always seems like he's got 9 gallons of gas and he needs 10 to get where he's going. It's just sad. I feel for Chris Paul. That must have been tough. I also feel for, let's see, who is this? Chris Paul next season when he wins a big 3 ring with Joe Johnson. No, come on. That's too mean. That was too mean. Come on. Here is Devin Booker just being utterly demoralized. The damn is, that hits. That fucking, the damn and then walk away is rough. And then this guy's got to get on a plane with Khris Middleton while Khris Middleton is stinking of champagne and have to fly to Japan to a COVID hotspot to get run out of the gym by various international teams on their way to the bronze medal. Rough stuff for my guy, Devin Booker. Here is Monty Williams, more Suns, just to show you what it had meant to these players and to the coaches.
I just don't take it for granted. It's hard to get here.
It's wild that this is happening while you hear people celebrating in the background.
I wanted it so bad, you know. It's hard to process right now.
At this point, let's cut the interview. Nobody has any more questions, right? Can we let this guy walk away? Are we good? We're good, right? Everybody got it now? Jesus Christ. Monty, one of the classiest people in sports. Here he is visiting the victorious Bucks locker room. Couldn't have been easy to do.
I'm thankful for the experience. You guys made me a better coach. You made us a better team. Congratulations.
That was phenomenally cool. There's very few things weirder and more awkward than the first State Farm commercial during the broadcast right after Chris Paul has been eliminated from the postseason, in this case, the finals. It just hits real different when that comes on after Khris has been eliminated. It's weird. Congratulations to Scott Foster, 13-0 against Chris Paul. What else can be said? It's GOAT status at this point. It's like Jordan never lost in the finals. Scott Foster yet to lose against Chris Paul, one of the greatest we've ever seen. Listen, there's a lot of fan bases and a lot of teams out there that believe that they are the protagonist of the NBA and they can't imagine anything happening in sport not being through the lens of their team at the center of it. And honestly, this made me laugh. The positives and negatives of Milwaukee's championship on the Boston. Like, what does this mean for the Celtics? Literally, who is asking that? I love John Carlos. He's good. You know, it's not often that you get to be at a crossroads in history where you just know that life is different now than it was. The Bucks winning after half a century. One of those moments is Jeff Bezos riding to the edge of space in a white dildo with senior citizens so that he could spit Skittles into the mouths of the people that went with him. An incredible moment in human history. Congratulations to Jeff. Here is Woj veering into trauma porn when talking about Giannis.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, when he got on a plane at the NBA draft from New York 8 years ago to land in Milwaukee, did not know where Milwaukee, Wisconsin was. He was a malnutritioned 18-year-old young man from Athens, Greece. I remember walking around his apartment in the suburbs here in Milwaukee as a rookie. He was here alone. He was lonely. He was waiting for his family to come join him.
He was shivering in the dark in a locked room. The first time he saw Bango, the Bucks mascot, he cried out in fear. He's like, "Don't let the deer man attack me. Don't let it kill me. Please, Woj. I'm so scared." He had never seen a plane before. He didn't understand it at all. He was skinny. First of all, he was skinny. He was thin. Malnutrition is like something you go to the hospital for. This is like, yes, he has overcome a lot of obstacles, but there's no reason to frame it like this. That was unnecessary. He was not malnutritioned. Here is Jalen Rose versus Perk on ESPN.
You talking about a pastor suit. Let me address you real quick, Mr. Spray Paint Line that's afraid to let it go because I'm diving up into the 80s.
Oh, no, this not
hey,
dog, I'm all natural, homie.
I gotta say, that is strange because his hairline is out. Like, you could see the outline of it. It comes off of his scalp. If he's using the Carlos Boozer, like the spray shit, it would be short. It would be like cropped. It would be like right up against his scalp because literally you're just coloring the scalp. His stuff is out here. Perk wrong again. It's happened. The Lizard Man has a good take. Why isn't Aaron Rodgers sitting courtside tonight in Game 4 in Milwaukee? He owns a piece of the Bucks. Oh, that's right. He's trying to scare the Packers into giving him a big new guaranteed deal for the next 3 years. I mean, like, level this up to Game 6, and I hate to say it, but where the fuck is Aaron? This is a big moment for the state and for sports, professional sports in Wisconsin. Where are you? Where is Shylene? Where are both of you? You should be up in a booth somewhere. You should be at this game. This is a huge moment.
He tweeted, crown him.
Wow. Big fucking deal. The tweet, it's literally the lowest form of support that you can give. You can be shitting and doing, like, you can be doing anything else and do this. I hate that he's right, but he's right. Where is Aaron Rodgers? Here's Emmanuel Acho on saying a thing that many have said in various forms.
Why can Giannis not be the face of the NBA? Because the face of the NBA must be relatable. LeBron James.
Yeah, LeBron James. I don't know about you, but I definitely relate to a 6'9", 240 guy who lives in a massive mansion, is in multiple movies, is playing into his late 30s at a high level, has like court vision, athleticism, and an ability to dominate that has existed for 20 plus years. When I see that, I see every man. I think that's just salt of the earth shit.
We know LeBron James' mama, know his mama name. We know his wife, know the kids' names. We know Bronny, we know Bryce, we know Zuri. We know the characters' names from the Space Jams. We know all them cats.
What is that?
Kobe, the late, great Kobe Bryant. Respect. We knew Kobe Bryant. We knew his upbringing. We knew why he knew so many different languages. We played at Lower Mary in high school. We knew his high school jersey number. We knew he repped the 3-3. Knew he was from PA. We knew all that.
First of all, bad take. I mean, we're saying we know everything about these players that played played 30 years ago and 20 years ago and are 20 years into their career. Giannis is only 26. This is his first championship. It's like opening up a book and going, oh, chapter 1, I don't know what happens, therefore this book is shit. That's 1. 2, when did everybody start dick riding on like the NBA's marketing campaigns and giving a shit like how a corporation markets itself and who it uses as the face of the league? Like, I don't give a shit how Coke fucking markets. Like, who cares? Giannis can't be the face of the league. What are you in fucking NBA marketing? Who cares? Anyway, terrible take. That's a bad take. We gotta shout out all the Bucks who have made this possible throughout the years. This is for Vin Baker, Big Dog. Chris Webber once called you soft. It's not true. You did your best. Dan Gadzarich, we didn't know where he was from. He went to UCLA, but then he had like a Serbian name. It was weird, but he ended up being Dutch. Michael Redd, shouts to you and your knees. John Henson, the only guy skinnier than Giannis. Joe Smith, Tony Kukoc, Monte Ellis for a second, Marquise Johnson, Desmond Mason, Brevin Knight, Brian Skinner, Don Nelson smoking weed out there in Hawaii. This is for all the great Bucks players throughout the years who didn't get there. The 2021 Bucks did it for you. And then finally, like, people are saying that Giannis got lucky. The Bucks got lucky. If KD wouldn't have had his foot on the line, different story. And that's true, but you know what? Like, luck plays a role always. The fact that these huge athletes playing as hard as they can don't tear every like ligament in their knee like at any given second is 100% luck. Nobody shoots 100% from the field. Like, luck, it touches every part of winning a championship all the time. So yeah, the Bucks got lucky just like everybody gets lucky all the time. And then finally, the Bucks doing their part to make sure that we are all safe and hygienic. To the hand sandy cam, you did it. This is for you. I can't wait for old. Let's rent out Alamo Drafthouse and just fucking watch it.
Honestly, let's recut this trailer to where trailer plays, and then at one point you and I are like, what if we left?
Just leave. And why was no one at the fucking hotel like, yeah, that beach, I don't know, we keep bringing people there and no one ever comes back? Why is this not international news that tourists are going to this place, Bali or somewhere, and they never come back? There's legitimately 80 disappearances in the last year. You want to go there? Fine. We'll take you.